course it was a man. I could still feel it. The amount of psychic attack that I endure is insanity. It's fun when you can see and hear and feel everything everybody thinks and intends. An entire planet drowning in litter. And that's how they want to expend their energy. Man, if I attack somebody, it's to get them to help me. Like a sword. Vanity. Narcissism. That's the narcissism. God. This is why people don't want Slytherin witches on the planet. My God. That doesn't even serve a purpose. At the worst, I'd end up looking like a dragon. Shapeshift into a dragon. And a snake. So what do? I teach him his lesson. I rarely resist. What I do is, and then give it to him. Though, can you imagine, like, Narcissa actually being Narcissa on Voldemort? She might have actually been able to control him. Instead, they bowed down to him. It's different. They give away their power. This is why Ravenclaw is needed. They're smarter. "31, opening a portal. This is good. It's like new paths in light language." "32, portal uses." Man, if that's the stuff that you value in Slytherin, cutting somebody's tongue open so they are like a snake, that's exactly the energy that gets you crucified in Tiferet. Remember, that's where you gotta crucify the snakes too, the crosses. Can you imagine Zeus trying to... Zeus, King Triton, cutting open somebody's tongue to manipulate them to look like a snake? What planet are you guys living on? Those men are dignified and enlightened. Leaders. Clean. Honorable. Those, like, I will cut my tongue. That's Slytherin trash. It's like the trailer trash of Slytherin. $32, it's portal uses. This is what determines what the portal is for. Okay. 33, invisibility. I know this dimension quite well. But so should all of you. Because most things that exist on the planet are invisible, including people's thoughts, people's breath, the germs in the air, etc., etc. The space between your cells is invisible. Do you understand? My dragon is invisible. He's not. The visibility spectrum of the human eye is so limited. It's this much of an entire light spectrum. Of a current paradigm of a light spectrum. And then you have to include all of the God light spectrums, and you're like, oh. The biggest thing that is invisible is what ties people together through time and fate. Dimension 34, visible projection. So now we're getting into Hode. Flatland, no dimensionality, can project a flat image into the mind. Good with animal communication. 34, visible projection. So this is very good to work with some of the NETZACH dimensions, like words and concepts and thoughts. And Charlie says they are not the same. Holographic awareness. Dimension 35. If you're not done with 34, neither am I, so let's just Give it 30 more seconds. I hear a girl going, I do not want my whole life story online. When you write everything for Tiferet, or your entire life story, all of it, we will end up burning it in Geburah. And then our past life stories we will burn in Hesed. It is a cleansing. You don't have to do it publicly. I had to do it publicly. As a spiritual teacher, I need everybody to know everything about me, as much as I can. All the weird shadow shit, everything. So that way, someday, people don't come to me and go, you didn't say that. You didn't tell me these things. I wouldn't have chosen you as a spiritual teacher if I had known. Or I might have chosen you as a spiritual teacher if I had known. So I had to do it. It was the way I crucified all the snakes hiding in my brain about who I was. If I could expose everything to the light, then my God, I could free up all that energy. Transform and possibly change into something I wanted to be. Holographic awareness. So I made everybody aware of my hologram. Here are the things I do not disclose. How nice I am. What a marshmallow I am on the inside. Why I'm such a cunt on the outside. Or Ice Queen. I do not disclose the Wonder Womanness. I do not disclose the good things or my talents. I do not disclose a lot of the magic I can do or have done. Or have half done. I do not disclose it, because I will undersell and overdeliver myself in every capacity I can. I do not take pride in my achievements. I try to tell people, Lucifer let me out of jail, of hell, because of my love. But nobody understands what that actually means. I do not disclose that I spend most of my days trying to not sink. And finally, I'm starting to feel like I'm not. So then God topples me over and gives me 5 more assignments. Because my job is to get strong. Dimension 36, holographic read. If you guys were good at this, you'd be able to see what I was talking about. You'd be able to see Lolita is on her last. She's not doing good. She could have spent the last 2 years out in the ocean. And instead, she's chewing on a concrete wall. Nobody bothers to ask Elijah to pay for Blackfish number 2. Or Spielberg. Or Elon. Not like Elon isn't actually trying to save the planet. All right. Elon Musk's your slave. Why don't you do it? Yeah, I'll do it, but you guys need to help. That was my whole point of my hunger strike. That nobody bothered to participate in. Holographic comprehension. Let's comprehend this hologram. You guys are still stuck because you haven't paid anything forward. And if you have paid it forward, keep paying until you're on your last life. You have nothing left. And feel you're about to kill a unicorn because there's nothing left that God has given you. That's when you know you've paid everything. And the unicorn is so innocent that you go, that's a unicorn. Thank God. I won't touch a unicorn. That's what the unicorns are for, by the way. So no matter how dark you go, you're on their deathbed and homeless or whatever, you get to a unicorn and then go, she's my friend. Instead of, I'm ready to just fucking kill everything. That's when you know you've paid it forward. You have no money, no friends, nothing. You have no family because you've paid everything forward. And nobody's paid you back. You've done a lifetime of work for free. underpaid, and overproduced high-quality work. And you keep paying it forward, and it makes you strong. And God starts showing up. And then you start getting the fish and loaves. That's when you know you've paid it forward. So I never want to hear any of you guys tell me you guys have paid it forward. Ever. When the 1-2 kids that you love, you're not even allowed to see because your sister's a fucking cunt. Your twin flame marries somebody else and has a robot child. After a lifetime of torture. You're just asked by God to keep paying it forward. Give your life for whales. Keep paying it forward. Give your life for the planet. Keep paying it forward. Give your life to everything. Keep paying it forward. Because that's God. Keep paying it forward, Khaleesi. And you watch Game of Thrones, and they slaughter Khaleesi. And you're in the apartment of the unicorn, and you're like, I understand. Keep paying it forward. Till you're nothing and have nothing. And the blood is seeping through your body. Keep paying it forward. Feel Lucifer doing stigmata on your body. Keep paying it forward. Get a lifetime of astral rape and torture. Keep paying it forward over and over and over and over and over. And you guys think that that's my karma? That's your guys' karma because you guys are not even graduated from the mirror prism yet. Keep paying it forward. Holographic comprehension. And then when I become Wonder Woman in the flesh, and you guys are just stuck, doing nothing, sitting in front of a television, getting fat on potato chips. And I'm riding a dragon with Misty. Queen of a planet. You guys understand what paying it forward really means. $37. Holographic comprehension. You have to play with the blood. Man, that should have been on this playlist for NETZACH. Mozart in the Jungle. Was that what it is? Yeah, there's a Pan reference in there, and fairy and music, everything. This is not a hobby. Now do you understand why the house elves are still slaves? They're like little masters of Hode. I have to get out of Hode into NETZACH. Holographic comprehension. God does not give room for pause. Gebra becomes Gebra. God. You guys think you're going to get into Hesed? You have to get through Gebra. What are you guys thinking? Holographic setting. Dimension 38. And I feel Star going, and this is the difference between Gryffindor and Hufflepuff. And it is. You want to be a Seraphim? Gryffindor? Man, you guys know nothing about God. You have to be God. In the flesh. Gebra. Here's the better part. Do it alone. Can you really understand God? I feel Monica Potter going, thank God she just said that. Fucking genius. I love Monica Potter in the astral. I hope she's as smart in the physical planet as she is in the astral. Holographic setting. Monica will be Gryffindor one day. I don't know where she is right now. Every time I see her, I just see a giant stream of red dragon coming through. $39. Holographic imprint. And I feel Star going, yeah, my lineage doesn't run like that. That's right, that's the dragons. That's Gebra. You have no excuse in Gebra. You're tortured to death. You have no excuse. Severity. Mastered it. You have no angel wings yet. That's your fault. You didn't do the right things. You didn't earn it. You didn't work for it. That's the truth. You don't have a new computer. That's your fault. The whales aren't free. That's your fault. You didn't do the right things. You didn't do enough dimensions. You got lazy. You didn't calculate enough. You didn't make enough friends. You didn't bully people enough to do it. You weren't strong enough. That's Gaebera. That's Gryffindor. Everything is your fault. Everything. Everything. Gaebera. You didn't read the Zohar when somebody told you to. You didn't listen to the tarot reading because you were scared. You didn't get God's message and then go forward. Instead, you sat in a comfort zone. You played Narcissa. You didn't pick up the litter. Not to pick up the litter, but to get the dimensions to bend in your body. Let God remind you how to dance. Wax on, wax off. You didn't get your ninja skills. You didn't burn. Gaebera. That's stick training. That's Lucifer. You guys don't know anything about Lucifer. Yoda. See where I'm Babaji's alpha? He'll never admit it. He's a little too much tea for it. But he likes some Gaebera too, don't worry. He likes that Shiva component. Gaebera, you're gonna look like Uma Thurman in Kill Bill in Gaebera. Physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, all the ways. You should already be looking like that spiritually right now if you're watching this video. At least. You can't do things. It's because you didn't earn it. You didn't work for it. Holographic manipulation. Dimension 40. Does anybody see where the Christmas magic is going to come in this year? It was very marshmallow this year. It's very honey. Very Tiferet. Next year is all Gaebera has said. I can't even get the dragon wings online. Man. Now, you know what? I did it. It's my fault. And now I need to figure out why. Who do I need to talk to get that ornament made? And made in a good high quality. And then how much money am I going to have to spend so that I can get the Christmas magic, the proper Christmas magic to come through? And this is why you give offerings to like saints and like sages and, you know, spiritual teachers, because they're always thinking 5 million steps ahead of everyone. And giving and giving and giving and giving and giving until they bleed to death and get crucified to a cross. While the planet continues to rot. And this is why Yoda thinks the Black Lives Matter movement fucking sucks. And why it looks like shit. Lucy. So does God. Maybe if you actually listened to Baba G and, you know, renounced all of your fucking Jesus bullshit, trained with Star, some of you might look like rock stars, like Misty. Instead, most of you don't. But you know what? A lot of white people don't look like it either, so it doesn't fucking matter. And that is my true colors. And we're all on a sinking ship. But I'll vote for the Asians. Wow, I can't believe I said that. That's why my next incarnation, I would have voted for a Japanese woman. She'd get me back to here. Severity training. Kabbalah. With reverence and respect. Holographic manipulation. I would have chosen somebody like Monica Potter as my mother too, just so we understand. It's not about the race, it's about the culture and the teachings. I told you guys, I will remember the Titans the shit out of this planet. And I mean it. And no conversation around race will ever exist again. You know what will exist? You know what Star said in Dimensional Mastery? I want no conversations about anything in the external world at all. Just magic. That was like day 0 of Dimensional Mastery. 0. Nothing. No Monsanto, no conspiracy theories, nothing. 0. Even stuff that logically made sense. Nothing. Magic. That's it. That's the only thing that matters. Do you see the red coming out of my eyes? That's Kabbalah. That's where I feel like a real boy. Holographic manipulation, Dimension 40. You guys aren't processing intelligences around magic. So you guys are stuck in fantasy land that everything's going to be okay without you paying it forward till you guys bleed to death. You guys are on the wrong planet. First time I feel like I'm not a liar. These conversations. I had a conversation with Simon today. Get Dimension 40 going. Conversation with Simon today about how much I like the old Jewish God. Because it felt more real. There was a component of the Jesus version that's still there too, right? But that Zohar, that Torah, the Old Testament, that's like real good. He'll drown every black person on the planet. The city looks like Crenshaw. Don't worry, he'll drown all the racists in Texas too. White supremacists in Texas. This is going to look very Moses-y. Very Noah's Ark. Very fast. This is the part of me that makes Charlie trust me. Makes him feel like I'm mommy. It's the other part of or Star that does not like when I play dumb. Ever. So, holographic projection. 41. So holographic projection versus holographic visible projection. What is the difference between visible projection and holographic projection? Visible is flat land. So it's like 2D. It's like writing a light language grid. 144, okay? Or writing something down on a piece of paper. Holographic projection can be 3D, okay? Or 4D. And that would include the emotions, the feeling, the essence, shape-shifting. Also, Ninja Jedi stuff. Kinesis. Number 42. If you're not done with 41, just layer it on top. Kinesis, ability to move things. It's funny, I don't know why you say you're bad at it. It goes down to the bottom of the egg. Very easy. So what's wrong? "43. Energy kinesis. Dimension 44. Thoughts. Dimension 45 words. I'm sorry if you did not bother to take the time to watch the Dimensions video for NETZACH. I bothered to make the time to create the video. A lot of us have kids. Yeah, maybe you guys need to learn how to super nanny that shit. You know what it's like to have a sister and go, super nanny. And she goes, I know. And then she doesn't employ anything that's actually in the fucking show. That's pretty much all I see with all of you guys all day long. Do it with the black one. The black nanny. She's better. I don't know. I didn't watch the British lady, but I watched the black nanny. She was great. She knew exactly how to take care of him. Take away everything. No phone, no TV, nothing. No iPhone, no technology in the house. Calm down corner. I never saw my sister enforce a calm down corner once in my life. I just heard her complain and complain and complain. She couldn't get Isla to go to bed. You know what? I spent days with Isla. I had not one problem getting Isla to go to bed and sleep through the night. You know why? Because my brain is not fucked up like my sister's is. My brain can go into Delta and Alpha, my fucking niece. And through my meditation practice, I knew how to magically transmute my child, or my sister's child, to not be a psycho. Caesar Milan children. Adopt a fucking boring lifestyle. Stop partying and drinking, drugs and sex, and stop your fucking narcissism, desperate housewives. Why would I never, never allow people to see who they are? See who you are. Be the 30-year-old girl that reads the Zohar. Both of those things are apparently criminal. Do you see words? Ageism is just as much of a problem. Against old people, too. 46 concepts. Man, if you guys can't handle me and this, what's gonna look like when I have power? The other thing is, what's it gonna look like when you guys are starving to death because there's no more food? And then you're still trying to feed your children. There's more excuses. It wasn't my fault. I did everything I could. No, you didn't. Trying. Trying is not an option. Dying to succeed and failing is the only acceptable thing. There is no more time. There was not enough time last year. So if you guys still need to get your lives together, my God. I asked for the heroes of the Knights Templar to show up, and nobody has. And then Markle and Harry decided to come on and decide they're going to do a goody two-shoe adventure by going on Netflix and teaching people about the Commonwealth. And I can only imagine how fucking stupid that is, because they can't even pick up their own backyard. They know nothing about integrity. They have almost no virtues. None. Other than being nice. Again, nice is not a virtue. Harry's brain is mush, and you know what? Markle's isn't much further from it. But maybe the Commonwealth can put some words in their mouth so they can sound like fucking PC robots while we're still on a dying planet. Keep rejecting everything that I have to offer. Star and Babaji and all the gurus and Indian saints on the planet. Go to Saima. You don't like me? Go to Saima and have her dragon you. To death. Go to Gurumai. Indian princess, both of them. Actually learn things. Commonwealth, my God. Do you see concepts? Dimension 47, internal. Ability to move something internally in somebody's body. I wonder if I could do that to thought form or metal wires connecting dots for people in their brains. This is why it's necessary to be divergent, by the way. This is my red flag. I don't need to see rape and pillage on a planet to know that there's no God. Do you understand? All I need to do is see a piece of litter and nobody bothers to pick it up. One piece. My future daughter likes to up me. I'm not saying there is no God, but you know what I'm saying. God's not here. My daughter goes, all I need to do is drop some money on the ground. And if it's not there the next day, then there's a problem. That's the boundary. Nobody should ever feel the need to pick up money off the ground. Nobody. Internal 47. Light police. Light police is the light language shape. It's number 47. Dimension 48. If you do not feel clear with light police and 47, I also like the pun, light please. Ability to move something internally in somebody's body. Do you see where light police might blend in with internal? Let's focus there. (48) Microscopic fluid or cells internally graft bones. Yes, this is like the inversion of the bone grafts from the python. Inside the egg, giving you the metal and the earth bending grids. Do you see how Gebra is above reverence? It's not above, it transcends it. It's the shrewd mother, the disciplined, You'd have to have reverence to even understand. You'd have to have irreverence to ever understand. Irreverence is what attracts the discipline. So if you do not wish to be mothered, it is best to go study with Star and master reverence. Or Inga. Or Selena. Dimension 49. Don't go there. Used in Resurrection. So we went there, didn't we? But we did it with a download. When we brought the python back to life. So we do it in the astral, and then we learn how to do it in the physical later. All right. I'm coloring out of this video. We have one more.